Is this a sweet new menu update?
Princess Bear here. We are at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort because apparently it's kind of Floridian.
We're going to Narcoossee.
Yes, things have changed in the menu. That's your number one choice of foodie infotainment. We're here to investigate those things so you don't have to. Because she's vegan. I'm not. A little house on the water.
It's time to foodie and chill. So we have the classic sourdough bread. I think you could just come here and just gorge yourself on this bread. It's so good, but so messy. And it always only comes in 4 pieces, so it's like California Grill before they made their bread. And I thought that Earth Balance, but I guess I'm mistaken. It's just oil. So I'm gonna eat the bread by itself. Cheers to beautiful warm bread. Fresh, chewy bread. It's very light on like the sour part of the sourdough flavoring, so I enjoy it. Be careful of the flour on top. It can be very messy. I will give it a 3.5 out of 5 bread. It gives good bread.
A tin of sourdough, Disney sourdough, is like the princess's dream. We dream of having gigantic sourdough Baymaxes and Mickeys here, but alas, we are not that well loved. The best we get is giant baguettes in France and Epcot. They have a giant croissant now too as well. Not vegan though, for shame. But until then, we get nice big sourdough, maybe a little butter knife here, a literal butter knife, not the traditional butter knife, and tons of the Hawaiian sea salt, the pink kind. Bread is the one thing where I'm like, you know, I'm okay making a mess and cracking all over the table if it's good bread. Nice, cracky, flaky crust, warm inside. It's peak bread. I don't remember if this one made our bread list.
It did.
I think it was on the list. But
no, I think I might have
we like a good sourdough, honestly. More giant sourdoughs all over the place. I would give this a 4.5 out of 5 points.
This is by far my favorite appetizer. Well, yeah, my favorite appetizer at signature dining. I was trying to think about it because I just had a redemption appetizer at California Grill, but no. I obsess over this chickpea tart. Every time that we come here, even if the menu changes, I'm always like, I need to get my chickpea tart action. It is literally the stuff of dreams. And if you get everything together, it is so freaking magical. So here we go. Bite of it all. Woo. Hummus fries could never. The chickpea tart is almost like a polenta cake. It is just so like soft and creamy and delicious. I love it. I love the tomato. And then when you get it with the kitchenberry, it just gives you like this extra tang with all the sauces together. Fabulous. I love this appetizer. I can never like say it enough. Like the paella, I'm kind of tired of the paella, so I'm not getting the paella tonight. And if I wanted more, I'd probably just order another one of these because it's just that good. It is a 5 out of 5. It is a Princessity's item. I think if you're vegan or not, you should get the tart.
This chickpea tart has resided on the menu here at Narcoossee's for a while, but not a bad while. It is a definite upgrade from the things we've had in the past, and honestly, it's worthy of a stop and visit, even if you just come and hang out at the bar, get a drink. The drinks here are amazing. The drink menu created by a friend of the channel, Chris, that's over at California Grill right now, but like we love coming back here, and we cannot resist getting this tart. The princess will not allow it. Every time. You gotta get some of the riata, some of the green sauce, mouthful. The way those flavors combine, the way they sing like vibes of like that base Indian style cuisine makes me feel like it belongs at Sanaa, but it's definitely elevated enough to find its home here at Narcoossee's. We weren't always fans of Narcoossee's, like way back in the day we started the channel, but ever since their refurb, this menu has only gotten better and better. And we think that sometimes it flies under the radar. because you have so many other restaurants here on Seven Seas Lagoons, like Ohana and California Grill, even Citrus in the main building. You should always, I think, consider coming to Narcoossee's for one of your dining reservations. This is a 5 out of 5 clause. It's on the bare necessities list. There is never not a good time to order this dish. I know sometimes we make being a foodie look fun. And yes, it is 103% fun. But in truth, because we're foodies, there are sometimes I would rather just go eat the things that I love. Of the list of things that I love, which unfortunately at Disney for me is extremely long because some of the food here is so good, is this ocean-inspired charcuterie. I was lucky enough to meet the original chef that made this dish. It's changed a little bit in presentation, but like it is my absolute favorite appetizer on property. Literally, nothing could be more bear-like. I have an ocean charcuterie. Forget the weird hams and overpriced bolognas. I got fish on a board. Well, on like a marble plate. But it's still a charcuterie board to me. So first up, we're doing the lobster sausage. Now the key with this charcuterie board, instead of like, assembling different things from across, is to get a little bit of everything to get the flavor they intend. But it's basically mirroring those sort of exotic flavors you would get with a normal charcuterie board, but with like ocean things. Hence the inspiration. So a little bit of cilantro, a little bit of sauce, and this stuffed lobster sausage. It really amazes me how much it's still the consistency of sausage. A very soft sausage. Not like a Dick Summer sausage, but a really light sausage. But then you get like that strong flavor of the lobster with the sauce and cilantro. It sort of just hangs in your mouth like a lobster perfume. Would you ever wear a lobster perfume? I would hope not. But that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. You get that 4.75 out of 5 points. Now, previously on the charcuterie board, this was my favorite item and probably like the most unique. It is a pastrami spiced ahi tuna on lavash bread. So then you also have the pickled cabbage on the backside that I suggest putting on top. And then you have a little bit of a sauce that goes with it to get that full pastrami flavor. And honestly, the first time I tried this, I had doubts. I was like, there's no way in the world you're going to be able to get tuna that tastes like pastrami. I was wrong then. It seems still wrong now. This pastrami would be worth getting in a fight with at least 15 New York deli owners at the same time. Would I lose? 1,000%. But I would have tuna spiced pastrami, and I would take that knockout with both grace and those flavors in my mouth. That's still an amazing dish. It has to be tried to be believed. That is a 5 out of 5 clause. It's still on my bare necessities list. That's probably the most amazing and intriguing bite of tuna, ahi tuna, that I've ever had or probably ever will have in my short life. Over here we have the Octopus Capicola. It's supposed to be like a sliced octopus seasoned, so there's like slices of what would be like a deli meat. And you have these pompano peppers here and a little bit of herbs. Like the other ones, you're going to want to try to get everything in a bite. So a little bit of the octopus, a little bit of the greens, a little bit of the sauce. And the pepper is whole. I remember there being like individual before, but I'm just going to take this one for the team. Those are still amazing bites. A little bit of spice, the octopus, very fresh. Just like melts away in your mouth, like a really like thin piece of like sliced deli meat. We just recently did a Grand Floridian like foodie crawl, and honestly, when we found out about the menu update here, we kind of regretted not adding that to this video. We probably would have if we had known. And I had what was an amazing charcuterie board at Enchanted Rose. I still prefer this one. This one's more expensive. It's less things. But this is like my dream charcuterie board. And I'm hard pressed, but welcome to challenge any of the Disney chefs because I know how they work magic with almost nothing. to beat this charcuterie board, because this is by far my favorite. That is a 4.75 out of 5 claws. Just for the uniqueness of it and how it's persevered, to me, this entire board is still a 5 out of 5 claws. If you like seafood and you come here, you should be ordering this board. If you don't and you miss out, that's your fault. I've told you. I've done the things. So in this cute little pot here, we have one of the brand new sides on the menu. It's the only new side on the menu. Decidedly not vegan or even vegetarian. Pescetarians though, this one's for you. You have creamed spinach in a sherry cream with gigantic lump crab on top, and then there's a cornbread topping like on top, like toasted. So toasted cornbread, creamed spinach, and then crab meat here. So interesting combination of things. Just want to get all up in here. Oh, look at that. I know some of you were like, cream spinach? I love spinach. Much to the princess's like chagrin. Chagrin's still a word? Because when I cook and I use spinach, I always put way too much. Way too much. I worry sometimes that crab is getting to the point where it's like the bacon effect. It's like, we want to do something new with this dish, let's wrap it in bacon. Put bacon in it, bacon bits, bacon crumbs, bacon rolled. And I feel like, let's throw lump crab on things. Sometimes like, that'll elevate it for elevation's sake. And yes, I'm throwing shade at you, Summer House, for throwing lump crab on guacamole, thinking that was going to be a thing. I'm still a hater on that, even though I ordered it. But this is actually amazing. The richness of the crab with that cherry cream meld very well together. Then when you get the spinach, it has like that sort of like sour earthiness to it. It mellows out the entire thing. So I don't feel like I just ate a handful of spinach. I don't have my mouth reeking as if I just licked the ocean bed. And the cherry cream isn't too like overpowering. I would take an entire bowl of this like a soup, honestly. I give that 4.75 out of 5 claws. My only note is I would do with a little bit more of the cornbread topping. Other than that, I love it. But that's from somebody that like wants cornbread every day of the week. So take that with a grain of salt. Otherwise, it is amazing.
We're keeping things extra safe around here. We got 2 spoons. And in order to show you guys this dessert, we had to deconstruct it a little bit. This is the brand new vegan dessert. Finally, after all these years, they replaced the dessert here. This is a coconut tart. Yes, you heard me correctly, a coconut tart. And then it comes with this pseudo-melted mango sorbet. And then there's also this mango sauce that is usually like drizzled around the bottom. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to put it on top of this because it's like a puree in there, and I don't want to contaminate my fork or spoon. So what I'm going to do, it'll be a little difficult. Let me go in on this coconut tart. Very scared of how coconutty this is, but I did just have a coconut dessert at Jiku recently, and that one was flaky. I don't see coconut flakes in here, so that's good. Okay. Now, I'm a dipper, not a pourer anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and just dip it in this mango. I'm hoping the mango will help me with the coconut. And then I'm going to grab some of this mango sorbet, and let's just see how this goes. I love the crumble. I love the tart. The tart piece, I'm probably going to try to eat all of that. It tastes like a shortbread cookie. That is delicious. There's no coconut shavings in this, thankfully. But all of the innards of this tart is coconut. So it's like a very coconut forward. The mango really does help with it. It does bring in like a little sweetness, and I appreciate that a little bit more. I love the sauce. I think if it wasn't for the mango, I would absolutely detest this. This mango is super fresh. I'm not a coconut lover, so I knew ordering this I wasn't going to love it, but I wanted to order it because it's new and I wanted you guys to see it. As a non-coconut lover, there are elements to this dish that I absolutely love. So as a result of that, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 coconuts. I think if I was a coconut lover, this would probably be a 5 out of 5 for me with the mango. I don't think Bear is going to agree with me because he doesn't get half of the dish.
My, how the tables have turned, flipped upside down, where I have to get a modified dessert, and the princess is getting the whole shebang because I am incredibly allergic to mango. Far more allergic to mango than I have any sort of intolerance for dairy. I cannot have any mango. That's going to be a one-way trip to the hospital for me. But Disney always takes care of my allergy. They always market very well, so I'm glad they were able to sort of like deconstruct it for us so that I can at least try the base tart. It does, even from here, smell like a ton of coconut. So remember the coconuts. Remember the trees. This island gives us what we need, and no one leaves. The true skill of a foodie is appreciating something for what it is execution-wise and the quality of it, even if you don't necessarily care for the flavor. The tart base, excellent. It's got that perfect tart consistency without being too hard, so it breaks apart perfectly easy with the spoon and sort of like crumbles in your mouth. That along with the crumble on the plate gives a nice texture variant. That coconut topping, very smooth and pairs well with the tart and the crumble, giving you a nice texture paradise in your mouth. That being said, never in my life that I thought I would taste crunchy suntan lotion, but here we are. If you love coconut, you're going to love this dessert. It's going to haunt your mouth like Halloween Horror Nights haunts our dreams, but it's coconut forward. Just be prepared. I can see how the addition of some sort of fruit could definitely like alter that and sort of like make the coconut a little bit more mild, because it's like, while it's coconut forward, it's not like a coconut avalanche. I can taste that it's the right amount of coconut. I just don't love it. As it is, I'm giving it 3.5 out of 5 claws. If I had the fruit, I would probably be rating it a 4, even though I don't like the taste of it. So we know why you sweet people come to these videos, because you have sweet tooths. You come for the desserts, the treats, and that's okay. No judgment for us. We like sweet treats too. And we have 2 new desserts here at Narcoossee's. This dessert is their brand new chocolate sourdough bread pudding. So it's a house-made ice cream, like a vanilla bean ice cream on this house-made chocolate sourdough with a chocolate sauce, some crumble in here, and it's one of those classic like warm chocolate desserts. You have the warm sourdough covered in chocolate sauce with vanilla bean ice cream. And yes, I did take magic pills. The sourdough has those notes of cinnamon in it that just go well with the vanilla bean ice cream and the chocolate sauce. So like you're getting definitely like that warm, like think of like a brookie or like a ice cream covered brownie with chocolate sauce. But the sourdough adds like something unique. So it's like a nice thick bread pudding. It pulls apart fairly easy. Oddly enough, it pulls apart better than the bread pudding we had at Jollywood, which needed some work. The culinary team and the servers here said they had wished for a long time for a classic chocolate warm dessert. I believe they have stumbled on something unique to them, and it's tasty. I would give this a 4.5 out of 5 claws. I feel nice and koozied.
This was a sweet menu update, and I just want to remind you guys, this is your vacation, okay? So if you don't want to eat an entree, come order an appetizer or dessert and leave, or just come for dessert. That is totally acceptable.
100%.
So do that. I do appreciate that the new desserts. Mad shout out to Chef Joe, Chef Ty, Manager Alyssa, our awesome server Paul. Everybody here is amazing. We love Narcoossee's.
They're coming to like another home, basically.
It is. I don't know when Grand Floridian became like one of our flagship hotels that we like going to, but It did, and I think it's mostly because of the cast members. Like, it's actually, I take it, it's 100% because of the cast members.
Otherwise, we would not come here as often as we do. It's usually the service and the quality of the people here, the reasons why we keep coming back. The food, while good, is secondary to the amount of service and the magic they make every single time that we come here.
I agree, and I don't know. I think we still had an amazing, magical meal.
Yeah, I think the updates are very fitting. They fit well in with Narcoossee's. It's still a very special restaurant that I feel like doesn't get enough love, but I want to know what you guys think. Given what you've seen, how do you feel about these menu updates? Let us know in the comments below. As always, if there's anything else you want to do, that will always be the place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, I don't know, maybe Bear will just yeet himself out of the Grand. Well, actually, maybe he'll just yeet himself into the Grand and just go miserable and be one of those lost bears that, like, they tell stories about. So you should just comment. Otherwise, Bear might turn into, like, a mythical beast or something.
I mean, I was thinking about becoming the next sea monster of the Seven Seas Lagoon, but, you know, bears will do what bears do. But you heard the girl.